Hey everybody, Noah from Stage 3 Motorsports here today with our 2017 F150, and we're going to give you guys an on-road and off-road review of the SuperLift 6-inch lift kit. So first, make sure you head down below, hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any other videos, and hit that little notification bell so you get notified every time we throw one up, and also follow us on Instagram. If any of you guys have ran a SuperLift kit on your truck or any other 6-inch lift for that matter, make sure you hit the comments and let us know what you thought or what your opinions were. With that though, we'll jump into the review. A few quick things to note right off the bat before we jump into all the other details are that with a lift kit like this and many other 6-inch lifts on the market, you're gonna need a wheel with at least a 5.5-inch backspace on there to clear the larger knuckles and the larger hardware. So we do have that with these fuel forged wheels. We're also running a 35 1250 22 tire, which is a pretty big tire overall and pretty wide. And it is maybe not the perfect tire for everybody's build, but most people running a 6-inch lift are gonna be running a tire similar to that size, so be prepared to try and fit those into your system if you decide to go this route. So we've had a good amount of time behind the wheel with our 2017 truck on this SuperLift kit, and to really get a feel for it, we've road tripped around, done about 200 miles leaving Phoenix, and so we've had our time on the highway, we've had time in parking lots, driving around town, all the stuff you'd expect for daily driving to really get a feel for how it rides on the road. It's worth noting that obviously with the 6-inch lift and 35-inch tires, you're not really comparing it to stock at this point. You're never gonna be able to keep a stock ride quality or really a stock feel when you're going with that big of a suspension change. So we're kind of comparing to other lifts here when we talk about this, but overall, it's pretty standard material for a 6-inch lift. The ride is a little bit rougher on the road and you will feel the bumps a little bit more often, but it's definitely not the stiffest kit I've ever ridden on. And certainly with the SuperLift being more affordable than some of the other competitors, you get a pretty decent bang for your buck. With this 6-inch system, SuperLift includes their Super Ride shocks that go with it, so you'll be completely replacing a lot of the hardware and the shocks that are on your truck from factory. They do ride pretty decent, and so getting that changed over with it is nice, and it's a lot better than trying to reuse factory equipment on the truck that wouldn't really reach with this kind of lift anyways. So overall, for what you get as far as on-road performance is concerned, the 6-inch SuperLift kit is a pretty solid buy. You're gonna save yourself some money over the more expensive kits, and you'll get a pretty similar on-road ride to any other system on the market. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and take this thing out in the woods, spend some time hitting forest roads and a little bit more rugged terrain to get a sense of what it actually does in the dirt. All right, so we spent a couple hours this morning out running around the woods here outside of Williams, just getting a feel on forest roads and some rocky terrain. We're obviously not really running this truck on anything like Baja 1000 or King of Hammers, and that's definitely not what it's intended, but we wanted to know how this SuperLift system would perform on rougher terrain, trying to get back to a lake that you want to fish at or a camping spot or wherever. I do have to say I was a little apprehensive and wasn't sure exactly what it would do off-road, but I was pretty pleasantly surprised. It's definitely not a super nice ride off-road. If you're looking for high-speed, fun off-road performance, then you should probably be looking in the realm of doing aftermarket coilovers. But as far as 6-inch lifts go, the SuperLift actually rides pretty decent. Cruising at low to medium speeds on some of the washboardy roads or the smoother gravel areas, it definitely feels tame and you still feel pretty planted and in control. It doesn't make a whole lot of fuss as far as rattling you around in the cab is concerned. So definitely a usable system if you just want to get out on some easy trails and just make your way back to a lake or something. This kit will do that, and it's not intended for high speed, so the slower and easier you take it, the better it's going to feel. Overall impressions on the SuperLift are that it's a pretty solid kit and definitely good bang for your buck as far as the 6-inch lift kits are concerned. Obviously, its intended purpose is more for size and look and the ability to tuck a larger wheel and tire into the vehicle, and not so much high-speed off-road, so keeping that in mind, it does perform well for what it does. But if we were looking for something that we wanted to be a little bit more aggressive off-road and wanted to have a pretty big lift, you'd probably want to move to a system that's a little higher rated, a little pricier, but also includes some coilovers and different shocks, just to squeak a little bit more performance out of it. So for what you get, SuperLift's a solid buy. If you're interested in picking up this SuperLift 6-inch kit for your truck, you can head down to the description below and we'll have a link to our site so you can check that out, and we'll see you guys next time.